The Idaho Environmental Health Program would like to raise awareness about lead exposure from fishing. Anglers can be exposed to lead when handling or making fishing tackle. But before we discuss how lead can harm people who fish specifically, let's talk about lead and how it's dangerous for everyone. Lead is a naturally occurring element that can be found in air, soil, water, and even inside our homes. Human exposure comes from the use of fossil fuels, past use of leaded gasoline, some industrial facilities, and past use of lead-based paint. While lead poisoning is serious for everyone, it affects children more than adults. Additionally, children and babies are more likely to be affected because they put objects that may have been exposed to lead into their mouths. Adults, specifically pregnant women and their developing babies, are also vulnerable to the effects of lead poisoning. While most adults are exposed to lead in the workplace, there are some hobbies where lead exposure is a risk, such as ceramics, stained glass making, target shooting, and certain folk remedies. Symptoms to look out for if you believe you've been exposed to lead include tiredness, weakness, irritability, trouble sleeping, headache, loss of appetite, nausea, and difficulty concentrating. If left untreated, lead poisoning can have serious effects on both children and adults. Because many of the symptoms of lead poisoning can be misdiagnosed or missed altogether, it's imperative to lower your chances of exposure. There are simple things you can do to lower your chance of exposure. Inspect and maintain painted surfaces to prevent paint deterioration. Address water damage quickly and completely. Clean around painted areas where friction can generate dust, such as doors, windows, and drawers. Flush water outlets used for drinking or food preparation, and clean faucet aerators on a regular basis. Even eating well-balanced meals can help your body absorb less lead. Additionally, if you're doing any home renovations, ensure your contractor is lead-safe certified and that they follow lead-safe work practices. It's important to note that a blood lead test is the only way to find out if an individual has lead poisoning. Children's levels should be tested by their healthcare provider. Remember, there is no safe lead level in your body. Now that you have a basic understanding about lead and its harmful effects, we can dive into lead as it pertains to fishing. First, it's imperative we discuss the source of lead exposure for anglers. Fishing sinkers or tackle may be made from solid lead. Lead dust from fishing sinkers can contaminate tackle boxes, tables, other surfaces, and your home. If you make your own lead sinkers at home, lead dust and fumes can contaminate your work area and harm you and your family. Batteries can also contain lead and other harmful chemicals. Batteries and lead should be disposed of properly to help prevent exposure. Do not throw away batteries or lead tackle in a lake or trash can. Contact your local recycling program and/or your local household hazardous waste collection site for proper disposal. The best way to avoid lead poisoning is to prevent exposure when handling tackle. Here are some tips. Lead is extremely dangerous to consume. Never put lead sinkers in your mouth or bite down on the split shot. Use pliers instead. Always wash your hands with soap and water after handling lead sinkers or cleaning out your tackle box. Properly dispose of any batteries while fishing and never throw batteries into the water or in wildlife areas. Never throw fishing gear into the water or onto the shore. Discard lead sinkers and jigs at your local household hazardous waste collection site. Lead can leach over time, contaminating water sources and wildlife areas, harming wildlife and humans. If you make lead sinkers at home, keep your work area clean and well ventilated. If your workstation is not separate from your home, separate the areas to the best of your ability with plastic sheeting. We strongly advise against home manufacturing of lead sinkers and jigs. As lead is melting, it can produce airborne particles that can move throughout your workspace and home. The best way to prevent exposure to lead is to use non-lead alternatives. Sinkers and split shots are now available in less toxic compounds, such as tin, bismuth, and tungsten. Ask your tackle shop or retailer to carry non-lead alternatives if they're not already available. Children and pregnant women are more vulnerable to the effects of lead poisoning. For this reason, be sure to keep them out of your work area. Children can be exposed to putting fishing sinkers in their mouths, handling sinkers, and then eating or putting their hands in their mouths, handling tackle boxes and fishing gear contaminated with lead, or breathing in or ingesting lead dust particles from a lead casting area. Remember, there is no safe lead level in your body. Take all necessary precautions to ensure your safety while enjoying your hobby. For additional resources about lead poisoning with respect to fishing and other recreational activities, please click the link in the comments below.